Oliver, thank you for joining us. We are honored.
It's my pleasure, Clive.
Olive, many people have wanted to know, was being raised in the South where you got your inspiration to write your novels?
Well, it has been said that growing up in the South and becoming a writer is like spending your life riding in a wagon, seated in a chair that's always facing backwards. I don't face life going backwards, but I have written about past times and past people. To write Cold Sassy Tree, I interviewed parents, aunts, and old cousins, and I took down what they said in their own words, using the rhythms of their own speech. What I was after was not just names and dates. I wanted stories and details that would bring the dead to life.
Were there specific people in your life that became characters in your book?
Yes. My father was the inspiration for 14-year-old Will Tweedy, the narrator of the book, and my grandfather inspired Will Tweedy's grandfather, Dr. Blakeslee.
How has your view on life changed since you were diagnosed with cancer?
I've learned to quit speeding through life, always trying to do many things too quickly without taking the time to enjoy each day's doing. I think I always thought of real living as being high. I don't mean on drugs. I mean real life, like falling in love, or when I got my first job, or when I was able to help somebody. In between the highs, I was impatient. You know how it is. Life seems so daily. But now I love the dailiness. I enjoy washing the dishes. I enjoy cooking. I see my father's roses outside the kitchen window. I like picking beans. I notice everything. Bird songs, the clouds, the sound of wind, the glorious sunshine after 2 weeks of rain. Etc.
For those of you who haven't read the book, this is not one with the classic fairy tale ending. Olive, could you explain why you chose to write your book the way you did?
I don't think I'm the only person who's tired of books and movies full of paper doll characters you don't really care about. They have no self-respect, no respect for anybody or any institution. And I don't want to sound preachy or Victorian, but I'm tired of immorality in fiction and in real life. Immorality is a fascinating human dilemma that creates suspense for the readers and tension for the characters. But where is the tension in immoral situations? When people have no personal code, nothing's threatening, nothing is meaningless.
What made you want to become a writer?
Well, I graduated from college with a degree in journalism, and shortly after I was hired to work for the Atlanta Journal and Constitution magazine. I never thought of writing a novel until 29 years later when I was diagnosed with cancer. And before I left the doctor, I decided to write a novel. And I'd say that surprised me more than the diagnosis.
And how long did it take you to write Cold Sassy?
Cold Sassy actually took me 8.5 years to write.
Why did it take so long?
I really wanted to make sure that I could correctly relay stories I was told, so I consult with many people and old newspapers that had events that actually happened during the setting of the book.
What are some things that you've enjoyed most about being a wife and mother?
I got married when I was 32, and I had my daughter a year later, and my son 3 years after that. And what I've enjoyed most is getting to create many stories of my own while raising my kids.
Thank you, Olivan, for this wonderful and insightful interview. We've thoroughly enjoyed it.
Thank you, Clive.
See you next time on Channel 5 News, Interviews with Dead People.